Greetings to all my students. Today we will be doing estimation of ferrous ammonium sulfate potentiometrically using standard potassium dichromate. So for potentiometric titrations we make use of a potentiometer. So this is a potentiometer, and a potentiometer, it has two electrodes, that is one is the platinum electrode and the other one it is a calomel electrode. Calomel electrode is a reference electrode, and this platinum electrode, it is the indicator electrode which will be sensitive to ions present in the solution. And for doing this experiment you will be provided with standard potassium dichromate solution, then 1:1 sulfuric acid, that is dilute sulfuric acid, and distilled water. This potassium dichromate, it will be taken in the burette, and you will be given known volume of FAS solution. So FAS is ferrous ammonium sulfate. To this solution, first step is you have to add 10 ml of dilute sulfuric acid. Here we are adding dilute sulfuric acid because this solution, it is titrated against potassium dichromate. And potassium dichromate, it is a strong oxidizing agent only in presence of acid. So for that reason we are adding dilute sulfuric acid. So dilute sulfuric acid 10 ml, you can take it in the measuring jar and you can add to this. So now I have added dilute sulfuric acid to FAS solution. Now to this solution we have to insert the electrodes. So before that, the electrodes, they must be washed thoroughly with distilled water. So with distilled water, just wash the electrodes, and the two electrodes, it has to be inserted into FAS solution. Now we have not added any potassium dichromate. So note down the reading. So this is the potential of the solution now, that is 240. Now I will be adding 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate to the solution. So add 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate. Now I have added 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate. After adding potassium dichromate, you have to stir the solution. How to stir the solution? By blowing. So I'll just blow. I have stirred the solution so that it gets mixed well. Now you note down the reading. It is 250. Again you will be adding 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate. So 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate again I have added. Again I will mix the solution by blowing. And again note down the reading. See, it is 261. So this process, it has to be continued. So each and every time after adding 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate, you have to blow and then you have to take the reading. That means add, blow and take the reading. Now this is the potential that you are getting. So these values you have to note it down in the tabular column. And after adding potassium dichromate in 0.5 ml, after few additions you will get a sudden jump. So this sudden jump, it is the equivalence point. That is, all the Fe2 plus ions present in the solution, it will be getting oxidized to Fe3 plus ions. That means that sudden jump, it indicates the end point of this reaction. See, in volumetric titrations, we find out the end point by making use of indicators. There the indicator color will change. Whereas here, you are getting a sudden jump in the potential. That means it indicates the end point where all Fe2 plus ions are getting converted to Fe3 plus. Now after getting the sudden jump also, you have to find 3 or 4 readings extra. Then you can move to the tabular column. So here initially we got the reading as 240, that is 0 ml. That means we have not added any potassium dichromate. At that point it was 240. Then again it was 246. Then it was 261. So like that you will be getting readings, and delta V means it is the volume of potassium dichromate which we have added. Every time we are adding only 0.5 ml. So this, it remains the same. Delta E, it is obtained by subtracting this value with this value. That means if you want the delta E value for addition of 0.5 ml of potassium dichromate, it will be 246 minus 240, that is 6. And delta E by delta V, that will give the value here. And here delta E will be this present reading minus previous reading. So 261 minus 246. So it is 50. So this gives a delta E value. From delta E and delta V value you can calculate delta E by delta V. And with this value you can plot the graph with delta E by delta V along the y-axis, and along the x-axis you will be plotting K2CR2O7 volume. So you will be getting a graph like this. This shows the sudden jump in the potential, and the volume of K2CR2O7 corresponding to this jump, that will give you the equivalence point. So this corresponds to this volume of K2CR2O7, it corresponds to the equivalence point, that is V1. We have denoted it as V1, that is volume of K2CR2O7 at equivalence point. It will be so much ml. Normality of K2CR2O7, it is provided to you because it is standard potassium dichromate whose normality is known to us. So it is 0.5 normal. Then volume of FAS that is taken in the beaker, you have been provided with 25 ml of the sample. So 25 ml. So using these you can calculate the normality of FAS using the equation V1N1 is equal to V2N2. So you will get the normality of FAS. If the normality of FAS is known, you can calculate the weight of FAS in 1000 ml by multiplying the normality with equivalent weight of FAS, that is N2 into 392. It will be so much gram per liter. So this is how we can calculate the amount of FAS that is present in the given sample potentiometer gain. Clear? Thank you.